war is extremely profitable. You think of the industries that are involved in war. When you think of the thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people that are getting a piece of the pie financially whenever a country goes to war. You think about the fortunes that have been made by the suffering and death of people involved in war. War enriches innumerable individuals and companies.
By 1967, it became clear that wars were not only profitable, they were going to continue, and the UN had no workable plan to stop them. This frustration may have been the reason a book entitled Report from Iron Mountain emerged as a New York Times bestseller and was translated into 15 languages.
And it was an analysis, supposedly, of how do you establish and promote and preserve peace and stability in the modern world. Well, then we find out what it means by peace and stability. Stability in their mind meant stability of government, and peace meant no opposition to government. And so the study really was about how do you design a system in the modern world in which governments don't have to worry about the people revolting against them.
Supposedly written by a secret government panel of 15 insiders, the book spoke openly about the role of war in sustaining governmental power.
And it talked about the different ways of keeping the people docile and mentally prepared to endure any kind of an insult to their personal liberty or their dignity. And that meant to get them involved in a war.
The report inferred that the reason the League of Nations nor the United Nations could prevent wars was because war actually provided vital functions to human civilization. War generates economic advantages. It ensures stability because it's the foundation of governmental authority. It controls military institutions necessary for allegiance and obedience. It motivates advancements in science and technology. And most importantly, it thins out populations. In other words, war is not only profitable, it's good.
Yes, it is profitable for people what they're selling the weapons. It is profitable. But what about regular American person? Why is the sense?
When you think of the destruction, not just of property and of countries and economies, the massive death and destruction of individuals, the carnage of war, etc., is more horrible than most of us could realize.
War brings more government and moral decline. And anything that would generate a situation where war would be preferable is something that somebody else generated, and we, the people, are the victims.
Unfortunately, war is only good if a government can blow up just a few thousand people and only a small part of their city. Thus, to the power elite, even destruction of a city like Hiroshima, along with 80,000 people, is tolerable as a form of conventional warfare, or what might even be called population control. But all of this changed on November 1st, 1952, when the first hydrogen bomb was tested on the Marshall Islands in the North Pacific Ocean.
Yes, whenever one has the same absolute maximum killing capacity in a hydrogen bomb, that would be the mutually assured destruction. So therefore, it's a weapon that becomes more a psychological weapon than a military weapon. Those who have it have the advantage psychologically over those who do not have it.
Tesla ultimately had two overarching solutions to the problem of war. The first was his implementation of free electrical energy anywhere on the surface of the earth. Now, that would have taken people out of a mentality of scarcity over which almost all wars are fought. The second was he envisioned providing highly advanced technology, not just to one nation, but to all nations, similar to what we talk about in nuclear war as mutually assured destruction.
This bomb, and the arsenal of similar bombs that would surely follow, marked the end of what would become known as the war system. Whatever benefits the war system may have had, war with hydrogen bombs was not practical. Destruction would be so great, even the UN's member governments would be annihilated.
All of these military adventures have been at the conventional level, and they've been kept at the conventional level because of the existence of nuclear weapons. So they've had to turn away from the concept that that level of warfare could be used to advance various goals because the destruction involved in it would be so great.
Destroying people and personal property are one thing, but when the power elite and their governments are also annihilated, that's inhumane. Given this, the founders of the League of Nations and the United Nations were probably the first to read Report from Iron Mountain because they quickly realized they could no longer use the profitable war system to maintain governmental authority. Something new had to be devised.